Faker. So we'll see if they can do that jungle tracking there. Tarzan has been very good at shadowing style.
I will also say with T1, the amount of dive that they have.
Keria, of course, he cooks a little bit harder. Both of them playing Spellbook in this first game. And Tarzan up towards this top side. It's a level 2 gank. Doran has to flash out, but down to the bot side, it's Kyle in a lot of trouble. Guma's looking. First blood is going to go to AL, but it's going to be traded back immediately. Hope now firing onto Guma.
For this tournament, we're
back.
We have had some nice issues. All right, we are stocked up.
We'll walk in as Doran, he's in trouble already. Tarzan is back, and Tarzan claims another. AL are hungry. I mean, it's huge. You know, at worst, you maybe lose a scuttle. Faker gonna go in here. Keria looking, flash forward, flash out. The taunt just barely connects, and there's Keria. T1 will strike back in the mid lane. Faker,
yes, he's losing out on some experience, but making plays like that happen is exactly what T1 needs.
Doran getting aggressive, but has he gone too far? He has the flash available, but AL are looking to chase him down, and Doran may have gone too far. Flash forward here from Hope, and is gonna be able to knock him down. Feet of Warfare.
Laners should have their TPs available. Hex flash used by
He's
Keria.
threatening. He's going to pop the ulti here onto Hope. Deadly Flourish is there, and here comes Faker's Hero's entrance. The CC not quite layered as Kyle is there for the peel. And Owner on the other side in a lot of trouble. Owner trying to survive, but he cannot do it. Tarzan has knocked him down. Keria the target now. Tarzan flashes forward. Cyclone on 2. Faker next to fall. Doran in the midst of everyone. Can he turn it around? They get one back here as Guma claims the kill, but it is action after potential dive here. Keria is behind him. Flandre in some trouble. Will he be able to kite it out? Flashes, sidesteps. Well done by Flandre. Survives the pressure. And I have to highlight Kyle in that previous fight. As
Was
Faker
the attack point for AL early on in this game. Now Doran has actually taken the gold lead.
Much needed for Doran on the top side of the map. Feats of strength.
And all that focus of gold into Doran resulted in
his... pop the ulti here onto Kyle. Deadly Flourish will not connect. Kyle looking like he might be able to get out. Tarzan could be in some trouble. Clone over the wall. There's the flash forward, though. They're going to try to fully send it. Faker got interrupted on his ulti, though, by Shanks on the side. Faker, though, flanking. Tarzan's down. Kyle is sure to follow. Faker may get slowed, but he will not be stopped. Arrives all the same, and T1 are looking like they want more.
They don't have a minion wave to play with. I think a dive against Shanks would be very risky, but they are just buying time. They're trying to clear through the wave as quickly as they can. Shanks stuck between a rock and a hard place right now. He has nowhere to go.
Goodbye, Shanks! Goodbye!
Shanks will try as he might. The rest of the members are coming in here from AL. Can they get anything back? The CC is layered. Shanks gonna fall. Hope is in the area. Flandre takes a tower on the top side. But for now, no kills back. T1 pulling back out. Keria just uses heal to swap over to that exhaust, so has it ready for the fight. AL drop the Herald mid and are looking. Tarzan going forward, trying to get some poke down here as T1 forcing the flash out of Tarzan there as Keria came through with the dredge line. Both teams posturing for position, but it is Faker on the side.
Faker's done a good job of keeping that bot wave push. Kyle goes
gonna go in, and they're trying to turn around the other side. Faker going in with the Hero's entrance. Knocks up 2. Tarzan in trouble, but is kiting back. Kyle now gonna have to flash out. Guma opens up. Kyle is the target. Can he survive? He's still alive for now. Shanks and Hope turning the fight around. It's AL pulling victory from the jaws of defeat.
T1 overchased the enemy support. Kyle reels them in under the tower, and AL have control of the dragon area.
AL gonna start this one off as they find a winning fight against T1. Shanks' Annie was huge in that choke point. T1, oh, Keria.
Keria is here.
Yes, Mike. Oh, not gonna be able to steal it.
Large wall. Keria even walking into the tower to try and get over there to them, but that 2 combo quite nice. T1 still able to get the mid tower, though, in the aftermath.
Or will they try to finish? Shanks now repositioning on the side, will be spotted by T1 as Kyle moves forward, stuns up Doran. Doran in some trouble from the Magnet Storm. The Deadly Flourish is going to connect as Guma opens up, and Tarzan has stolen the Otacon. AL trying to just run out, but now Hope is there. Hope's going to be hit by the exhaust, goes in aggressively, but it's Guma now, free. It's Guma firing. It's Hope in some trouble. He's getting locked down by Faker, but Hope is just taking over. Hope will not be stopped. It's a triple for the Kaisa as Hope goes crazy.
It's the Hope of the Elf.
But just barely, he was able to navigate his way through the fight and walk away with a triple kill. 8-1 on the Kaisa. as the TP collapse response from T1.
This is Keria TPing in with the Summoner's Spellbook here. Hope just going to try to turn around on Doran. Doran is getting very low to these minions. Has to be careful. Keria does arrive. Hope going to try to outplay the passive auto, the hook, the shutdown. It's 1K in the bag for Doran. It's going to be spotted, and Tarzan looking here. Will they find the engage? Doran going to have to try to kite back. Is going to be knocked up by the Cyclone. Shanks cannot get in range just yet, and Tarzan now in trouble. Owner's going to go forward to follow. Doran's incredibly low, but he's still surviving. Owner running now as Kyle arrives, and here comes Hope, and that might be the end of the hope for the fight for T1, as they have got to run. This Kaisa is on a roll, and Kyle is going to get sped up, knocks in Guma. Another will fall. 3 kills for AL.
That is Dragon Soul points. Here's another look at the 2v2 that started out. They wanted again to go for Doran here and get him incredibly low.
They go to these objectives. They force their opponents to respond. Flandre on the other side of the map is going to teleport. AL are here. Doran threatening a flank on the side. Tarzan moving in, but Keria is marking him. Will T1 just try to finish it? Looks like they're going to turn for the fight. Keria in trouble in the front line. Owner's going to the back line, but Tarzan is turning the fight around. T1 go into the meat grinder. They stand no chance at all. It is 4 kills for AL.
They throw everything at Hope. They put as much CC down as possible, yet it is still not enough to take him down. He doesn't pick up a kill, but the rest of AL is there to support him, and now they're running through the base.
AL on the march here, looking to put the finishing touches on this game. T1 went for the Baron, but AL have eyes on their nexus. Flash forward, there's the flash out and the barrier from Guma, but he's got nothing to do about this. No way to stop AL. They will claim game 1 off of a heroic. Because you are dependent upon flanks, you're dependent upon getting in with someone like the Renekton or a kick flash onto the Ezreal, who can be hard to lock down.
I completely agree. I think that AL's composition
a lot of the time, the actual fight that you take. Flandre low under tower.
Flandre incredibly low. We'll see if they can set up the dive here, pushing in. Flandre, they'll have the stun. Doran can set it up. Can Flandre look for the outplay here? There's the stun. There's the Sonic Wave and the resonating strike. It's first blood for Owner.
Great stun setup there. Very
similar to what we saw in game 1. T1 able to secure that first dragon as well. An early push in against their counterpart. The ulti comes through from Faker.
Faker with the Realm War. Flandre in trouble, has the flash. Will he be able to kite out? Doesn't look like it. He's going to get stunned up, and I don't even think it's worth using that flash. Guma Yushi gets the kill, and the Maiden is going to be on cooldown for a very long time.
AL targeted Doran in the previous game so heavily, and T1 actually going to go for both sides of the map.
Owner is here, and Kyle is gone. Hope is running for the hills. Will he be able to get out to safety? Doran waiting for the cooldowns. Owner backing off. Know that they're going to give up plates on bot side. Will T1 try to force the dive? Doran, if he's going to go, he has to stop that recall now. Kyle incredibly low, flashes forward, gets one. Can he get in range for the slice? The dice, the stun, the croc is here, and he is hungry.
To be around the dragon, so instead he can make his way towards top, try and prevent the dive.
And T1 are calling Keria over to help Doran defend.
Doran in a lot of trouble, pops the ulti, slices out to safety. Keria goes in, hits the ulti. Tarzan in trouble, but Flandre is the one tanking the turret for now. Keria popped the ghost just to get there in time and use the flash to help save Doran.
Great allocation of resources here from T1. Braum is so good at defending. They call for the rotation from Keria. He gets there initially, and that's going to be enough. They will hold it while taking the dragon.
Shanks in trouble. Shockwave connects onto Faker, but Shanks has nowhere to go. Tank up by Faker, knocked down by Owner. Another successful play in the side lanes from T1.
They extend it to 6 kills, and AL is getting nothing on the cross map. A few camps are being stolen, but Doran is just a monster. And with Keria at his back, this play feels impossible for AL.
T1 in a fantastic spot, reading the movements here, and now Tarzan in some trouble, has no flash, and he's got nowhere to go. You have to think, slowed down, stunned up, and Keria takes him down, but on the other side, Doran gets knocked down by Kyle.
Here, but the ghouls are doing some work.
Ooh.
Oh, Tarzan's behind him, and now I think they are going to go for the dive. The TPs are coming in. Tarzan has his eyes on Faker. Kyle there as well, but Owner is coming in. Teleport response from Doran. He is on Shanks. Tarzan's fighting on the other side. Doran trying to take down Shanks. He flashes forward. He takes him down. He's looking for a second. Flandre now in trouble as everyone piles in onto Doran. Doran will fall, but can AL get out? Another teleport coming back. It's Faker re-arriving to the fight. Owner kicks off Tarzan, takes him down, and Flandre trying to kite for his life. Kyle has the tether in onto Keria. But here comes Guma Yushi and Faker. Owner fighting. The Maiden living. Owner surviving as T1
rapid succession, but the arrival of Doran swings the fight.
Yeah, Keria locket shields there, and then Faker's going to be able to recall. Doran, though, just absolutely destroyed Shanks, deleting him. Did go for the flash, and in the end, the silver lining to that tower not going down earlier, they've got objective bounties on it, so they can hope to try and get an objective bounty on that tower.
Bigger fights, it's not like it's a straight up 5v5, it's like a 2 versus 3 that then turns into another 3v3 because someone ends up falling. The tower will finally go down. AL's first of the game, they get a bit of gold back, but it's still a 3.5k gold advantage for T1.
Yeah, it's going to be a drop in the bucket, honestly, with the way that this game has been going. Owner with 1,000 individual gold lead. Rise here going to be so problematic in the side lanes that now it's going to be, wait a second, Keria.
Keria very far out, but does flash back.
Against AL, really the only kind of plan is to split push with Flandre or try and walk right into them and hope for a good shockwave placement. T1, yeah, they do just that. They fully take over jungle vision, take out that outer tower, and will set themselves up nicely.
Doran gonna drive it in for a second charge here. And this tier 2 tower, not long for the world. Flandre's in the side lane, gonna be hunting for that bounty. We can already see pings from T1. They are gonna be heading up there, sending Doran to respawn. And Flandre knows he cannot stay around to try to knock that tower down. So T1, again, an unanswered play here. 2 towers in the mid lane and extending that gold lead to nearly 5,000. Faker, though, could be in trouble. Can they actually knock him down? Do they have the interrupt? The shockwave does stop it, and Faker does get shut down. The gold goes to Tarzan. Faker didn't waste the flash here. He knows he's going to have that available for the next Dragon fight, for these big objective fights, and T1 are not even going to wait for the Dragon. They're starting the Otacon now.
Yep, they have such a good advantage. They can just force on these objectives. AL are coming, though. They are going to fight.
We'll see if they can find their way in. Keria not allowing them to get past here. Guma in a good position. Tarzan trying to force his way in, but they're immediately turning around to him, and the culling is getting so much damage down. Doran into the back line. Hope over the side, trying to go in. He shifts in onto Keria, but it's a shutdown there over on Owner. Shanks is trying to run as Faker is behind them. Doran and Faker. It's a triple for Guma, but it's the solo leader's getting so much work done. Doran flashes in. Hope tries to shift out. Gets back over the wall with the flash of his own. Shanks now running from Faker. Doran trying to corral Hope here. Hope looking to try to make an outplay. Shanks on the side. Faker flashes in. He takes him out just as his teammates do the same to Hope. T1 get an ace, and they're going to claim the Otacon.
They may lose Owner, but they will take every last member of AL, including the Otacon. And then look at the Dragon just 50 seconds away afterwards. They can reset and move their resources over to the other side of the map.
T1 bounced
Heavily
back.
heading cold. He's just playing in the face of AL, making them waste spells on him, making them dump damage into him. And AL gonna look for a cross-map play. Faker did spend his flash in the last fight. The pillar is good. Kenny Realm Warp out to safety. The tether not in time. Faker is safe. The soul is claimed. It's all T1 all the time.
Well played by Faker. He goes first to proc his phase rush. That means that they have to use the pillar, and as soon as the pillar is used, he knows he can proc his ultimate and get out.
I mean, AL, it feels like that they are out of options in this game. We've already talked so much about the limited engage in T1. They're just going to run at AL once more.
Owner is hunting. Great sidestep there from Tarzan, but will him get him out to safety. He's trying to run for it, is barely able to get out of range there, but Kyle is going to be left for the Wolves. Keria still is chasing as Guma is coming through the jungle. They want everyone here. Owner is just going to fight against Kyle as Guma arrives here trying to lock down Tarzan. They can't quite stop him. Owner does pick up the 1 kill on the support, but it is only Kyle falling.
Right now, they do have Shanks split pushing in bottom lane, has his teleport ready. So the plan for AL, try and get as many resources as you possibly can, and then get everyone here ready for the defense. Hope that they can find an angle for a counterplay.
But T1 are not giving them time. They are just forcing their hand, constantly showing up, taking down towers, forcing objectives. You have to think for AL, it's got to be some immediately, but AL gonna have to try to get over here in a hurry. Tarzan has no flash, which will be critical. Can he even get there in time? It doesn't look like it. It's going down way too fast. AL realize it. Owner goes out to try to kick Tarzan away, but he wasn't even there. T1 claim the Baron.
And then they can counter with the Doran. He's got his flash, so it should be fairly difficult to catch him.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's really much of an opportunity to do anything. T1 pushing on the other side, looking for the last of the outer tier 2s here. Keria steps forward and just pushes Shanks back. Pops the barrier with that Summoner Spellbook, just constantly rotating through these spells. You can see Doran just fighting here on the side. Tarzan will be able to get the blue buff, but will he be able to actually get out to safety? Doran slowing him down with the stride breaker. There is the slice, the dice. Tarzan in a lot of trouble. Owner is going to be here as well, as Tarzan seems to have overstayed his welcome, has no flash, and looks like there is no way out whatsoever. Owner takes it, jungle diff.
In full effect as AL trying to force their way into the river.
They have to just full send it. This is the hope, the Elder Dragon fight.
Tarzan trying to get his way in, but T1 eyes on the Elder. They have claimed it, and now the fight begins in earnest. Look at Doran flashing after Hope, but Hope flashes out in time. Doran in the midst of everyone as Carrier and Faker arrive. The HP bars are disappearing for AL, as is their time in this game. T1 crushing the fight. Guma flashing forward, can't quite take down Hope, but he sure as hell takes down Kyle. Owner is hunting. Owner will find his target. It's a clean ace for T1 as they march on the Nexus.
Game 2 domination from T1. Early, active, and are going to finish it here in under 30 minutes.
T1 battling back here. It was a strong start for AL, but it's T1 in game 2. Absolute domination. 14,000 gold lead, 23-4.
On AL, do not have any safety. They do not have any dashes or even that much peel on their team. So this definitely looks like
that. All of these dodges that Faker is having, if one of those lasers had hit, he could have maybe threatened for an all-in. Tarzan now trying to push Owner out here as the bot lanes are getting involved. Great sidestep from Owner. Avoids that Zenith blade, but now Guma is the target. Will KL flash in? He is going to. There's the cleanse. There's the flash. There's the first blood. It's Hope that claims it. Guma got sectioned off from the rest of his team. And now Faker potentially going aggressive here onto Shanks. Procs the electrocute with that weirding, and Tarzan continuing to scrap with Owner.
those 3v3s on the bottom side can snowball so
flash
heavily.
in. Barrier going to be forced there. Will survive.
Yeah, Carrier using his flash as well. So many summoner spells down here on the bottom side of the map. Definitely expect junglers to revisit. And currently, I see a Xin on my screen.
They're looking. No one's fooled by that minion. It's going to give you extra gold. They're locking them down, and they are knocking them down. 300 gold from a minion. First time I've seen that one.
Tarzan is doing so much work already in the early game.
In the area, though. Andre is up on that top side, but has his teleport available, and Faker is still quite low.
Honeyfruit there really going to help him out as he collects those through the river. So Doran can now...
Here comes Doran with the engage. He's going to be flashing forward. The combo is perfect onto Hope. Beautifully done by Doran. Knocks him up, flashes in, knocks him up again. Is going to TP right back up to topside. But Flandre could TP down if they want to continue to contest.
The poke over the wall from Carrier. They fight back and they clap back. That is going to be their objective.
Owner sneaking into the bottom wave. He's setting his sights onto Hope. He oversteps.
Owner not to be outdone, looking for an angle for the engage. Will Hope get close to that brush? Doesn't look like it. He is hugging the wall. And Kyle is there behind him. Feels like he has some sort of idea that maybe and there could be someone in the side brush. Now the TP's going to be coming in, and Hope has got to run for it. Can he get out? Pops the Ghost Blade. Great ulti to buy some time here. As Carrier coming in. Can he find him with the Pop Blossom? Yes, he can. There are the Tangle Barbs and the Cataclysm. Everything and the kitchen sink thrown at Hope.
Realizes he doesn't quite have the same wave clear as this MF. The crowd being
They're going to
secured.
go behind
T1.
them here. T1 looking for potential engage. Carrier going for Tarzan. They're trying to lock down the jungler. The CC is good, but the Crescent Guard buying a lot of time, and it's Carrier that goes down first. Flandre on the side, trying to cook up Owner. Owner falls as well. This fight's looking bad for T1. They've got to run, but Doran arrives. Can he get one back? He does get the shutdown there on a Flandre. Faker fighting against Tarzan on the side as Gumayushi has been pushed out. Doran is isolated. Doran is knocked down, as is Faker. AL roar to life in an explosive fight that will net them 4 kills, and the Herald.
Timing from Tarzan was beautiful, and the way in which they just turned their attention onto Carrier, I mean, that target focus was great. The arrival of Doran is a little bit late, and while he does pick up this kill, the fight is already so split. Shanks forces Gumayushi out of the pit. Doran is forced back because it's a 3 versus 1, and Tarzan in the jungle. From Hope, very scary. It took off a chunk of Owner's HP when he was so close to getting away as well. 7-3 the kill difference. AL with a 3k gold lead off the back of this Herald. Guma trying to finish it, but he will not be able to find it. Tarzan navigates through the jungle, drifts left, he's going to drift right. Nah, the angle's too tight, not able to make it, but it will get him to top lane, another tower for AL.
Drifted too close to the sun.
Yeah, they can finish this one by hand though. It's okay. Get Shank some money on that tower. And the worst part about it for T1, where I was theorizing this comp is going to look, the siege here from AL with their range advantage looks very good.
Faker on the side, just trying to zone out any potential dive, as it's Guma's job to clear out this wave, though. But Tarzan and Kyle are behind them. They're going to go in immediately onto Faker. Chunk him out to half HP. Owner cannot connect on the flag and drag. Carrier now getting engaged on. He's getting burst down by Shanks, and he is just gone. Shanks deletes him from this world as Faker goes between worlds and tries to start the fight. Guma running from Tarzan. Doran is here. Kyle is low, but it's AL again, crushing the fight, it feels like. Guma flashes back to the tower. Doran and him going to try to hold their ground here, but it's a 2v5. They need to cut the wave. Guma trying to heal up as much as he can, but Tarzan flashes in and knocks him down. It's a multi-man knock up there from Doran, but the heroics are not to be. Doran falls as well. AL lose no one. They'll get the tower, and they will get the Otacon.
Tarzan is such a Chad. He just walks up to them, starts fighting between towers, chunking out multiple people, and AL pick T1 apart.
Carrier and Faker are still alive, considering fishing
Coaching staff. And AL will feel very comfortable now.
Doran could be in some trouble. Equalizer going to get dropped, but potentially could walk this out. Flandre, though, overheating, slowing him down with the Electro Harpoon, and they are going to commit the Arcane Storm, and he is not going to be able to get out of this one. He is tanky, but not tanky enough. T1, though, trying to fight back on the other side. Do take the top tier 1 for a bounty, and are going to be looking for this top tier 2 as well, trying to get that injection of gold that they need to give them some hope in these fights.
It would be risky for Flandre to TP and try and defend that top tower. T1 would not hesitate to dive, so instead, AL will just accept the loss. They'll concede the gold, as they're able to, at the very least, trade it back on the bot side of the map.
We mentioned it in the earlier game, but this must feel so good for Tarzan.
There is a reason why Faker has so many world championships to his name as they go in.
Looking, they've caught Shanks. Can they knock him down? He goes golden to buy some time. Doran can't get the redirect as he was CC'd, but the Pop Blossom will only buy a little bit of time. Owner goes back in, but Owner is by himself, trying to take Kyle with him. The bullet time gets one there from Guma, as Faker was hunting hope, did force the flash, but it's 1 for 2. AL with the advantage, and they are hunting. Guma slowed there by the equalizer. He has to run for it. Tarzan on the side, seeing if there is an angle. Doran trying to buy some space for his carries, but he's getting slowed down, and Doran's in a lot of trouble now. Flandre is going to overheat, and Doran may just follow the blast cone, tries to get him out to safety, but it is not enough. Tarzan is pushing mid lane. It is just Faker and Guma here to hold the line.
A valiant effort from T1. They thought that they had caught out Shanks.
Replay. Shanks nearly 18, though. This guy is monstrous right now. Doran in some trouble. Kyle gonna go in. AL look like they want to just pile in. Tarzan is chasing here. He is confident the equalizer gonna get dropped on him and Owner. Owner's gonna have to leave Doran, I think, but Guma, Owner, everyone coming in. T1 gonna look for a fight. Can they find it? The Pop Blossom CC is there. Faker arrives. Flandre in trouble, but Guma's gonna be knocked down on the other side. Hope and Tarzan kill him, and Tarzan flashing forward, getting another, diving into the back line. The shining light of AL. Tarzan will lead his team to victory. AL on the march.
T1 tried their best to fight back, but once AL had gathered, it was just too tall of a task. They win the fight once more, only Owner is left alive, and their base is falling to pieces.
T1 thought they had an angle. They wanted to go for the comeback, but AL would not allow it. It is just Owner here trying to clear out the wave, is able to cut the minions. That may buy them some time, but the Grubs there doing some work as well, still tanking up the tower. It's enough. Owner kills the minions.
Play over towards Baron here.
T1 are going to TP for it. They have Kyle in their eyes. Tarzan, though, coming in. Kyle's just going to flash around in onto Guma as Tarzan arrives. Kyle will fall. Hope is caught. Has no flash. Here comes Faker. He goes between worlds. He's trying to knock down the AD carry. Carry arrives as well. The CC getting piled in, but it's a great equalizer across the team. It is Shanks standing strong in the midst of T1. It is Shanks crushing through the fight with a triple as the Arcane Storm tears T1 to pieces.
T1 try and make another comeback, but AL are having none of it. This game will go to them.
AL stand strong. They push toward the Nexus. They have to buy a little bit of time for the minions, but they will arrive. And AL know this game is theirs. This team now on the precipice. They take us to match point as they're going to claim game number 3 here. AL will fight it out, but there's no way T1 can stop them. 2-1 AL.
Shanks, but a little bit more on the front to back side, running double AD carry with an AP jungler for Owner.
A lot of power on the other side, though, as well for T1. These are 2 AD carries that are difficult to lock down. No, one TP is going to go mid lane, one is going to go bot lane, and it is going to be a look at a dive here. Can Doran get the perfectly timed Counter-Strike to try to survive this? Leap Strike's back. There's the Counter-Strike coming in. They will reset the aggro there as Hope juggles it, and now Doran really has no way out of this. Flashes back, outplaying as much as he can, but first blood will go the way of AL.
Beautifully
Again,
done.
getting a relatively early dragon to start off game 4.
Yeah, fighting a Lilia this early against that dragon as a Maokai is a risky thing to do. With Faker being as strong as he is, AL don't want to run the risk of going for that fight. Plates-wise, it has been Faker that's gotten a bunch. He got 1 in bot lane, gets 1 in mid. Keep track of that as the TPs return. There's the Rocket Belt completed with the Trinity Force finished for Faker. A big spike for the man in the mid lane of T1.
We'll see, though, can they actually punish this missing flash? Kyle caught out here in a lot of trouble, going to be charmed up, and he is incredibly low, has to flash out. In comes Tarzan with the Maokai ultimate. It does connect onto Keria. Kyle trying to get back involved, and Shanks is looking for a fight onto Faker. He's in a 1v2, but he looks like he's winning it. Faker getting incredibly low, has no flash. The Abscond connects with the Abduct. Shanks getting 1, he's getting 2, he's in a 1v2, and he likes the way that looks. Owner now coming down, trying to knock down Shanks as a response, but he's going to flash out to safety. Flandre is here. Guma flashes in, does get 1. The public execution doesn't take him down, but Shanks still surviving. Flandre now looking for more here. Tarzan flashes in, roots him up. Flandre going to knock down Owner. It's Shanks coming up huge when it matters most.
Shanks on the big stage comes up massive for AL. They win the fight, they take the gold lead, and the objective will be theirs.
The level of confidence from Shanks in that situation to take the fight to Faker. I mean,
Keria
gets the steal.
And he steals it with the spellbook. Won't have a way out, but he definitely had a way in. And he grabs the second dragon against the odds for T1.
We said it, Venius, never count out T1. Keria gets back in. A very early spellbook enjoyer.
Faker still has the edge over Shanks. That Trinity Force still something to be reckoned with. AL, though, in a position to contest. Shanks in an awkward spot as he's separated from the rest of his team. Could create a flank, though.
Flandre has no TP, so if they overcommit here, Doran could TP in and try to stop them. They're going to go for it, though. Shanks is behind them, poking them down. Gumayushi will be caught by the Maokai ult. Owner grabs the Herald, but now they're going to look for Shanks. Shanks could be in some trouble. The Senna ult going to buy some time as Doran has arrived, has the Counter-Strike. He goes in, he pops the ulti. Tarzan in some trouble here, but Flandre's trying to close the gap. He's running through mid lane to get back to his team, and Hope is poking them down. T1 in some trouble now. They're going to have to run for it. The Swirl Seed slowing them. Guma incredibly low. Doran threatening. The ulti will have to be popped. Can they chase in? These T1 health bars are blinking, and Flandre wants to cut them short. Goes in, gets 1. Hope chasing onto Faker, looks for the Q. The shield gets out to safety.
My goodness, the action is really kicking off here. They're trying to keep the Herald away. I don't think they're going to stop it. The tower secured for T1. And the goal difference remains close. This is what we like to see here in Game 4. T1 continue to fight back against the momentum AL built after Game 3.
TPing in. They're actually looking here for Faker. Faker is pretty far back, but is now going to spot Shanks here, and they are collapsing in him. He's going to immediately have to flash out. There's the Abyssal Dive. Charm comes through there from Keria, trying to peel for Faker. Faker still has nothing to get away, and he's going to get gobbled up here by Kyle and knocked down by Flandre, who goes on a rampage.
Beautiful from Kyle. He lands the slow into the Abyssal Dive and serves up Faker on a silver platter.
But T1, they're not the type of team to slow down. While all that pressure was being put onto Faker, they were pressuring the bot side of the map. They secured their second tower of the game. They push in this bot wave, and now they have great position around the dragon, spawning in 48 seconds.
They concede defeat here. They're going to back off and give the third dragon. T1 again stands their ground.
AL didn't have the HP, they didn't have the resources, and they did not have position on the dragon.
It's about the execution. There's really no true tank on either side. You know, the Jax, the Tahm Kench can be somewhat tanky. just utilizing the counter-strike as Carriot pops the Ghost, will be able to jump out to safety. Felt confident he would be able to get away there. Doran finally finishes off that tier 1 top, but they see him there, and AL have started up the Otacon. Will they stay on it, though, as T1 is around? Doran gonna base, look to buy, and then he does have his teleport if they feel he needs to join. Hope still on his way over here. Otacon down to about half HP. The TP gonna be spent as Doran is looking to join. He just bought his Seekers. That could be critical. Will he go in? Doesn't look for it just yet. It's getting lower and lower as FlauNdre is getting poked down by Faker on the side. Down to 3K. Doran going in the midst of everyone. He's on to Hope, and Hope could be in some trouble. They're going to grab it, and it's going to be Guma. Who else takes it? FlauNdre, Faker fighting on the side. FlauNdre winning out, but he's going to get knocked down by Faker, and T1 are pushing forward. That stasis from Doran was critical. Shanks gets knocked down by Doran as he comes out of the Golden. Hope pushing them back, but T1 is going to do nothing until he gets gold to upgrade that into a Zonius.
Doran has been doing
This could be Soul, though. T1 going, Tarzan trying to get in, they're going to burst it down, they do claim it. T1 claim the Soul, they're going to look for Faker though, the public execution back in onto him, but Carriot is there to peel, they're turning on his Shanks, Shanks in trouble, going to get gobbled up by Kyle, but it's Doran in the back line trying to take over, Owner going in, sleeps on everyone, and it is the eternal sleep for AL as Owner makes no mistake, the multi-man ulti was perfect.
A flawless team fight for T1 as they wipe AL off the map. The magic of T1 is not over just yet as they look to push us to Game 5.
T1 on the international stage here, synonymous with clutch.
T1 not to be outdone. They find their window. They take their moment. They're knocking on the Nexus, and you know what's coming. What else could it be in a battle between Titans like this? It's going to 5.
Doran can be the facilitator, can be the playmaker, can be the difference maker in this Game 5.
All right, in Game 5, with all of this pressure, we bring up one of the
Owner is behind. FlauNdre respecting the potential for this dive, but I think they're going to try to look for it. Owner will be the one to try to set it up. Body slam flash connects. He's stunned into the wall, and they're going to be able to take that first blood. T1 strike first in Game 5. Held on to his flash last time. He was perfectly chained by Doran and Owner. Carriot has flash this time. They decide, you know what? It's not worth it. It would be too risky.
A lot of time being spent. They're doing a good job of denying FlauNdre.
Has the ulti ready. Will he look for an angle into that backline? He's fighting with Faker on the side as Kale goes forward. He's looking to get the ejection, but he gets pulled over the wall by Owner and stunned into it. Knocked down, and the Ziggs ult was wasted. Tarzan pops the Ghost. In comes the teleports. Doran is there, knocking Shanks back into the team. Shanks flashing out, but can he get away? Carriot zoning them off. The zap connects. Shanks is in trouble. Shanks is in trouble, and he's got nowhere to go. Guma gets gifted the kill. T1 win the fight off the heroics from Owner.
Owner comes up huge, yoinks him right over the wall. They get look at the disappointment there.
I mean, that shows it. They're going to look for a play here onto Faker, though. Gold card locked and loaded. The stun does connect, and there's the ulti popped here by Tarzan. Faker has nowhere to go. Can he get one back? Doesn't look like it. Great play from AL.
Congratulations to Owner. Passing on the 7th all-time for the total number of assists at international games.
You almost jinxed them, but not quite.
Very close. AL will secure.
Ziggs ult does not connect, just barely onto Faker. Guma, though, getting chipped down some. AL know they need to chip them down before they fully engage. Doran is on the side, but Guma has the covering fire. Look at Faker over the wall, trying to threaten here. The Herald's getting quite low. Kyle looking for the knockout. Can he find it? No, sidestep there, but going to be interrupted on the charge. And Guma gets another objective. Tarzan pops the ult. He's looking for Doran. Can he knock him down? But Guma is untouched. Faker is untouched. And you know what that means. T1 are running over the fight once again.
The fight goes the way of T1. Hope will fall, and it is an ace. 16.
Even getting the objective here.
The barrel onto Shanks, knocking him into the team. The pick in the tri-brush. Everything going the way of side of the map. But the dragon is alive, and T1, they just want to keep fighting.
And Guma still has both sums. We were mentioning this before the last fight. He still has Flash and Cleanse available, so he can play so aggressively with the amount of peel that the T1 frontline have.
You look at Hope, no Flash. And Keria has his, so that explosive engage is available. T1 have this low. Flandre is in the pit. He has not been spotted, so he does have an angle to look for a flank. Shanks now clearing out the ward. AL does expose themselves. Kyle channeling the ulti, but T1 backing up. Dorian, though, goes too far forward. Is going to get knocked out. AL trying to burst this down. Can they take it? They do get it, but the spiraling despair comes through, and Kyle is just gone. Tarzan is in the midst of all of T1, and he cannot win that fight. Great backstep from Guma. Avoids the Ziggs ulti. Shanks trying to flash out to safety. Hope is just being body blocked by Keria. You shall not pass. Knocks him back into Guma. It's another kill going the way of the Jinx, as Shanks is in trouble next. Has the gold card prepped, but it just does not matter. T1 will not be stopped. It's 12-1 in the pivotal game 5.
Keria continues to deliver these kills to Gumayushi. 7, 0, and 5 for the AD carry of T1. Another tower is secured. Faker in some danger.
Faker potentially in trouble. Flandre gonna pop the ulti, trying to catch up. Faker still has his flash. Nice fear to peel for himself. Guma arrives. Owner still in some trouble. The teleport is gonna arrive now from Hope, but T1 get out.
It's like from Keria, the Artican, an objective that T1 have loved to force around in this series. They know that they're stronger in the fight. AL are gonna have to find some magic in this game 5. This Jinx is so strong, and here we go.
They're starting it up already. Keria and Doran on the side, trying to block them out. The Herald will be summoned as a distraction, but Tarzan, Kyle, and Hope coming in on the side. TF ult is going to be popped. Shanks is trying to join from above. He does land some good poke there onto the backline. Faker incredibly low. Will they just back off here? Doran finds the reset onto that Otacon, so it's back to full HP. Faker is going to base. He has his teleport, so he can rejoin, and T1 could look to force. They're going to find Flandre. Flandre on the side, casts back, flashes out, but can he get to safety? You can see Kyle looking to knock Owner away. He gets a stun on the wall. Faker's TPing in. Flandre is down. Guma is legendary. Owner in the midst of everyone. Shanks trying to get the damage out, but they just don't have enough. Owner is still standing on no HP. He survives, and T1 want more. Keria goes in. Knock up onto Kyle. Kyle is down as well. It's the reset for Guma. It's the chase down for T1. The body slam connects onto Hope. Guma gets another, and Shanks is gonna fall as well. T1 are marching down mid.
It's a slaughter, and T1 are the executioners.
As their jungler spotted though, and Tarzan is still hanging around. The rest of the T1 members are down for that dragon, so AL trying to surprise here. Can they actually catch Faker? He'll use for the move speed. Gold card comes in. Ziggs ulti through. Faker in trouble. Flashes out, but Tarzan is hunting, and Tarzan gets the shutdown. The teleport's coming across here. Are they going to be able to turn it around? Keria is in the midst of everyone, and it's a double for Faker from the grave. Dorian arrives now. T1 low on damage, but they just want to keep them around. Guma is coming, as is Owner.
He's taunting them.
And look at Keria. He is just styling on them. Owner is almost here now. And AL, no, they don't have the damage. Keria is dancing on AL, and he's soon to be dancing on their graves. Flashes out, but does get shut down. Hope in trouble. Great sidestep, though. Owner does not connect. Guma still on the way. Not here just yet. But can there be an angle for AL? Guma now arrives. Owner still surviving. The ulti can expire from Flandre. Can he take one with him? The CC is never ending here. They get another shutdown though. Hope with another kill maybe gives them some way in. But Keria styling on him.
Good at setting up for the carries. Here we go. With the Scuttlecraft, they'll see all of the wards. They don't even kill it.
Tarzan could be in some trouble here. Doesn't want to use the ulti just yet, but he is in so much trouble. Now going to pop it, try to turn around here. Shanks coming in from the side with the red card. Flandre is rooted up, and Tarzan is down already. Doran now coming, and Flandre's going to fall as well. Guma legendary again as Owner goes forward. He's looking for Kyle. Hope trying to lay down some covering fire, but he can't do much. Shanks now retreating back. The carry's still alive here for AL, but Owner looking for the dive. Carry is behind him. Shanks is locked up, and Shanks is gone. The ignite pop there onto Hope. He's got to get back to safety if they have any hope of holding on to this game.
T1 is hungry for blood. They find another 4. It's only Hope left alive as another tower falls. The Baron is there for the taking, and T1, they are dominating in game 5.
It's like a waterfall when all of the tension just releases in game number 5. T1, fight after fight after fight, just crushing it. Having fun now on the stage, and the Baron will be theirs.
Tarzan trying to get there as fast as he can, but it was obviously too LCK rematch. They took Gen G to 5 last time. They certainly want to do one better, try to take him down this time. T1 pushing in 2 waves here.
You can hear the roar of the crowd supporting T1 as they break into the base. The ulti comes down.
Owner not able to connect there on the Impale, just barely. Andre does back up, but the wave clear, not enough. Owner gonna get knocked out here. But there's no real angle for an engage from AL. Their damage is just too lacking. They can't really go in. And Kyle has to flash out there as Faker shoots out the Spiraling Despair. Can't quite connect, but that's another summoner down. That's another resource lost here for AL. And they are working with scraps already.
Gumayushi is monstrously strong.
T1 looking, posturing. The Nexus towers and the Nexus, all that remains between them in the finals. The tower is going down incredibly fast. Faker somewhat low, but AL, if they're gonna make a stand, it's gotta be now. Shank's gonna pop the ulti here, but can't even find an angle. He's gonna look for Faker. They're gonna go for it, but the fear is perfectly timed onto Shanks. Into the back line goes KL. They do get 1 kill. Shanks still surviving on the side, but Guma is alive. Keria is chasing Hope. Owner is there with the CC, and it's T1, baby. The more improbable it seems, the more inevitable they become. T1 continue to defy the odds and vanquish the LPL 1